street lamp glow. Cold hands fold on my tired knees. Your last words haunt this empty bench. Quiet city, my world stands still. I waited there, but I never called. If I had spoken, would you have stayed? We lost love by standing still. Fading light on your leaving face. Photograph shaking in my slow hands. My trembling breath could not say stay. We lost love by standing still. Days bled out in that quiet room. Unreturned calls died inside my throat. Your eyes flinched from the truth in mine. We feared the fall more than the ache. I waited there, but you turned away. If I had spoken, I'd have held you longer. We lost love by standing still. Empty doorways, your shadow slips past. My fault lives in each missed word. You didn't come back, I stayed stone. We lost love by standing still. Said you could not keep waiting. Night rain blurred the lines of your face. The stillness turned into our quiet ending. You were never leaving. My mind whispered, we just stopped moving. The truth replied, and that was enough to lose you. Now the bench holds all our ghosts. Fading light stains the cracks with gold. Silence weighs more than any goodbye. My heart knows this loss is earned. We lost love by standing still. I feel each second we did not move. Every soft almost now cuts like glass. Too late to reach for your cold hands. My fall echoes through this hollow night. We lost love by standing still. I stay, you fade, and the waiting ends here. Daylight leaks through the tired blinds. Dust swims slow in this quiet room. photograph shakes in my cold hands. Edges curl like words I never said. I waited in that still, fading light, trembling breath held your eyes already gone. Holding on to nothing felt like losing. Night rain pressed soft against the glass. Empty doorways watched us not choose. Love died standing still, not leaving. Holding on to nothing felt like losing. You were the warmth in my chest. Now listen, small talk fill the air. Our smiles moved, but nothing inside moved. We sat so close, yet never closer. I waited in that long, stubborn silence, trembling breath trapped. My fault to keep. Holding on to nothing felt like losing. Unreturned calls rang out in my chest. Quiet rooms learned all our unsaid names. Love died in pause, not in storms. Holding on to nothing felt like losing. I saw you drift behind your tired eyes, a fragile wall built without a word. If I had spoken, would you have stayed? Holding on to nothing felt like losing you again, Bellevue. I would have held you longer through night rain. But fear kept every goodbye on my tongue. Now I haunt these rooms like a stranger. Photographs shaking when the streetlights flicker. The fading light shows dust, not us. Too late to move, too late to try. Holding on to nothing felt like losing. I feel you far past these thin walls. I'll love a ghost in this old air. My fault lives here, soft but endless. Love died in stillness, not in rage. Holding on to nothing felt like losing. In the fading light, your silence answers everything. Dim light on this cluttered room, Street lamp lines on the cracked glass. Cold hands rest on the sill. Night cars blur through fading light. I waited in those quiet rooms for you, my trembling breath counting unreturned calls. We stayed frozen long enough to forget. Empty doorways held our soft ghosts. Photographs shaking in my tired hands. Love stood still, too scared to fall. We stayed frozen long enough to forget. You stared up at the blank ceiling, eyes so far I could not reach. Our words grew small and thin, each laugh a lie we both heard. I waited through night rain on your doorstep. If I had spoken, would you have stayed? We stayed frozen long enough to forget. Your tired eyes said you were done. Silence louder than any cruel word. Our last hope slipped through the pause. We stayed frozen long enough to forget. I walked home slow through night rain. City lights blurred like old tears. Every step felt 1 year older. Love dies quiet when no one moves. Your name hung low in my chest. Too late to turn that key back. Now smoke curls up then disappears. This small room holds our lost time. The space between walls feels wider. My fault, I let the stillness win. We stay frozen long enough to forget all the days we let drift past. Love became a ghost in our doorway. I would have held you so much longer if I had spoken when you needed. We stayed frozen long enough to forget. In this fading light, I whisper your name alone. Night rain slides down the glass. Empty chair, your ghost sits there. Cold hands wrapped round no cup. I breathe slow, count the silence. If I had spoken, Would you have stayed? I waited. You didn't come back home. I loved you in the quiet. Photographs shaking in my tired hands. Your fading light on this cracked screen. My fault lives in each unreturned call. I loved you in the quiet. Soft gray sky drowns the street. Your old laugh hums in walls. We missed each other by inches. Our small lives grew into night. If I had spoken, named that slow distance, would you have turned, reached back once? I loved you in the quiet. Empty doorways hold your almost steps. Your trembling breath brushed past my cheek. Too late, our hearts just learned to wait. I loved you in the quiet. I stood outside your door in rain. Your eyes passed through me, slow glass. No storm, just a thin clothesline. Love dies and pauses, the night said. We left by standing still too long. Two shadows walking nowhere apart. Now each quiet room feels crowded. Your ghost sits calm in my doubt. I see how stillness can be leaving. I held my tongue, lost your name. I loved you in the quiet. Fading light on the cafe wall. My fault echoing in each soft breath. If I had spoken, held you longer, our stranded hearts might have turned back. I loved you in the quiet, so I walk on, carrying the words unsaid.
Night rain slides down the tired glass. Half-lit room, my cold hands wait. City hums soft far from this chair. Fading light leans on one small flame. Your eyes in my mind still hold promises. But now they hide behind this gentle silence. We were never meant to stay silent. I stare at the phone, it will not ring. Photograph shaking, my breath comes slow. I waited, you didn't come back home. We were never meant to stay silent. We once filled quiet rooms with laughter. Words fell fast, no space for fear. Now every wall holds its own breath. Unreturned calls glow like distant stars. I feel the weight of all unspoken. You feel it too, but stay hidden. We were never meant to stay silent. I stood at your door, trembling breath held. Empty doorways echoed all our chances. If I had spoken, would you stay? We were never meant to stay silent. I trace your name on the wet door frame. My voice broke soft against that closed wood. Love turns to ghosts when we stop speaking. I learned standing still is the slowest goodbye. No rage in me, just quiet sorrow. Our still hearts froze in the same place. I walk back through night rain, jacket soaked. Each step, let's go one bright small scene. Love trails behind me like thin smoke. Too late to turn, I breathe alone. We were never meant to stay silent. Another candle burns, it shakes then steadies. Sometimes holding on means losing slowly. My fault, I would have held you longer. I watched our love leave before we did. We were never meant to stay silent. This quiet room, I call your name silent. Worn couch side under my cold hands. Street lamp throws thin ghosts on the wall. Phone face down like a shut door. Night holds my trembling breath still. We paused mid-sentence, heart stuck between words. I waited, you didn't come back tonight. We stood still so long. Empty doorways learned our names. Photographs shaking and fading light. If I had spoken, held you longer, we stood still so long. Your eyes once as would mine hid. I chose silence, watched your questions fade. Our laughs turned thin like cracked glass. Each unreturned call built this wall. We paused mid-sentence, fear louder than love. I waited, you didn't turn around. We stood still so long. Night rain trains passed down the window. Quiet room swallow every soft plea. If I had spoken, held you longer, we stood still so long. Tonight my thumbs tied, then erased truth. Words burn the screen, never erase truth. The quiet can kill what anger spares. The chasm was made from small pauses. We thought we were waiting for something. We were just letting each other go. Now no blame lives in this room, only cracks that match my chest. Your ghost moves through this stale air. Too late to ask you to stay. We stood still so long. City lights blurred through tired eyes. My fault hangs heavy in this silence. If I had spoken, held you longer, goodbye was hiding inside our waiting. We stood still so long. I breathe once more, then let the silence answer. Blurs the glass outside, fading light on your old chair. Cold hands wrap round bitter coffee. Photographs shaking in my mind. We never spoke of the quiet growing wide. I watched you vanish in the space between words. We became ghosts in a room of memories. I waited, you didn't come back. Your shadow sat where your body wasn't. My trembling breath could not cross over. We became ghosts in a room of memories. Same room, two worlds, no sound. Your soft laugh turned into rehearsed lines. Unreturned calls piled up like dust. My fault hid behind my tongue. We never named the ache between us. I watched us drown in our careful silence. We became ghosts in a room of memories. I waited, you didn't come back. Coffee cool beside my shaking hand. If I had spoken, would you stay? We became ghosts in a room of memory. The last ring died in a quiet room. Stillness pressed hard against my chest. Standing still is another way of leaving. Your pause was longer than any goodbye. Our love stopped like a held breath. Too late to learn how to move. Streetlights smear gold on the wet street. I walk out smaller than I came. Each step feels borrowed from our past. I carry your absence like dim light. We became ghosts in a room of memories. I waited, you didn't come back. I kept going without our names. If I had spoken, I'd have held you longer. My fault hangs heavy in this fading light. We became ghosts in a room of memory. In the end, just disappeared in silence. Iron taps on the tire glass. Quiet room holds its trembling breath. Photograph shaking in the fading light. Your smile blurs, I look away. I waited so long in that still doorway, afraid one small word would break us. We just stood still till it was gone. Cold hands reaching through the empty air. Unreturned calls echo in my chest. If I had spoken, would you stay? We just stood still till it was gone. You never said the word goodbye. Your voice grew soft and thin. Silence thickened where our fire burned. Each day slower, each glance more cold. I waited so long in that dim hallway, afraid any move would end us. We just stood still till it was gone. Two shadows pressed against a quiet wall. Every soft retreat felt almost kind. If I had held you, maybe longer. We just stood still till it was gone. I stood on that bridge above night. City lights swam in the dark river. Your name rose, then died in my throat. Pouring, we did not leave. We just stayed still, Bozo. I saw our love as an empty doorway. No crash, just a slow fade out. Now the room is smaller, dimmer, hollow. Your coat hangs like a ghost of touch. The past hums low, a song I lost. My fault lives here, but whispers soft. We just stood still till it was gone. Quiet rooms learn the shape of us. The long pause became our last goodbye. If I had spoken, I would have held you longer. Night rain knows what my mouth would not. We just stood still till it was gone. I step into the rain and let you fade. Fading light on this torn couch. Your name sleeps cold in my phone. Quiet walls remember how you left. I waited while the screen stayed dark, trembling breath counting each unreturned call. We stood still until silence said goodbye.
Photographs shaking in my tired hands. Our love paused like a half-spoken line. Empty doorways where our shadows used to meet. We stood still until silence said goodbye. These rooms hold chairs we never touched. Every joke we saved turned to dust. Your soft voice hangs in the air. I reach out, it slips through. I waited while the hours turned hollow. Cold hands learning how to let go. We stood still until silence said goodbye. Streetlights blur in the night rain. I saw your door never knock once. If I had spoken, would you stay? We stood still until silence said goodbye. Gravel cracked under my slow steps. I left, but I never really left. It hurts to stay still, I whisper. My fault lives in each swallowed word. We built this wall with quiet bricks. Two ghosts pacing one small memory. Now your name is just soft air. My heart beats in a quiet room. I would have held you longer tonight if I had known waiting was leaving. We stood still until silence said goodbye. I watched our future fade like night smoke. Broken plans fold into the dark. I loved you, but I froze in place. You didn't come back. I stopped calling. We stood still until silence said goodbye. I breathe the dark and let your silence stay. Steam on glass, you in that chair. Night rain press soft on the pane. My cold hands wrapped round this cup. Your eyes down, your mouth align. Every word I never said sits here waiting. Trembling breath held tight behind my teeth. We stayed frozen in the same moment. Fading light on your untouched dream. Photograph shaking somewhere in my mind. If I had spoken, would you have stayed? We stayed frozen
frozen in the same moment. Once our laughs filled every quiet room. Now unreturned calls ring in my chest. Type your name, then erase it. Too late, hands heavy in the air. Every word I never said turns heavy, breaking. Trembling breath tastes bitter on my tongue. We stayed frozen in the same moment. Seconds felt like dust between our hands. I waited, you didn't come back. If I had spoken, I'd have held you longer. We stayed frozen in the same moment. You rose slow like you might still stay. Empty doorways waited behind your bed. The soft door click split the fading light. It's not leaving if we never move. My phone sat down in your empty chair. Silence learned how to say goodbye. This place is only ghost light. Your absence shape stains a worn seat. The clock moves on, it won't look back. Our still hearts lost more than time. We stayed frozen in the same moment. Night rain slides down where your face was. Quiet rooms keep what we let go. I would have held you longer through the dark. If I had spoken, you might have answered. We stayed frozen in the same moment. I blinked, and the love is only silence now. Night rain taps on our old glass. Dim room, one chair left waiting. Your shadow stains the empty wall. Cold hands rest where yours were. I watch the quiet grow, thick like dust. Words on my tongue, I let them drown. I never left, but standing still was how I lost you. Photographs shaking inside my tired mind. Fading light crawled across your face. I waited, you didn't come back home. I never left, but standing still was how I lost you. Days bled slow in the worn out
our small talk walked the same roads. Half smiles fell short of your eyes. Love froze like glass in a drawer. I saw your tired gaze, still said nothing. If I had spoken, would you have stayed? I never left, but standing still was how I lost you. Empty doorways learn your missing step. Trembling breath caught in my dry throat. My fault sits quiet in each room. I never left, but standing still was how I lost you. You said you were done with waiting. No storm, just a soft undone knot. The air broke first, then your gaze. Bare love dies slow and no one moves there. And I walk through streets that do not know. Your ghost keeps pace, just out of reach. Now silence wears your last faint smile. Night rain hides the sound of regret. I trace the cracks along our walls. I would have held you longer speaking. I never left, but standing still was how I lost you. Fading light leans cold on my skin. Unreturned calls ring through my chest. I waited, you didn't come back through. My fault echoes in this quiet world. I never left, but standing still was how I lost you. In this still room, I practice letting you go. Dust spills soft across the yard. Porch swings sighs with each slow sway. Cicadas drown my trembling breath. Your name hangs just past my lips. I watch the light fade from our doorway. I waited, you didn't come back home. We loved each other in the stillness. Cold hands held under fading light. Empty doorways framed our quiet hearts. If I had spoken, would you stay? We loved each other in the stillness. Unreturned calls rang through quiet rooms. Your eyes searched mine and slipped past. Photographs shaking in my tired hands. Night rain blurred the life we knew. I watched our words fall into spaces. I waited, you didn't read.
back through. We loved each other in the stillness. Our smiles turned to careful, distant nods. I became a shadow near your shoulder. If I had spoken, held you longer, we loved each other in the stillness. Love dies slow in silence, I whispered. Starlight fell on your turned face. My question broke like glass between us. I asked, are we just standing still? You walked away inside your own silence. I loved you where the quiet grew loud. Now I trace our steps through town. Old park bench, soft ghosts of fireflies. Coffee shop laughs fade into dust. Too late to call, I let you go. We loved each other in the stillness. Porch light flickers on the empty swing. My fault lives in every unsaid word. If I had spoken, I would have held you longer. Time stopped with us, then left alone. We loved each other in the stillness. I carry our quiet goodbye like a stone. Like a stone.
Night rain taps on the cracked glass. City hum hides in the walls. Your cup cools by the sink. My cold hands never reach yours. I watched our fading light stain the quiet room. Every unreturned glance felt like another goodbye. We left each other by standing still. Photograph shaking inside my tired mind. Your name a splinter under my tongue. I waited, you didn't come back. We left each other by standing still. Smoke curls soft around your tired face. You were here but far away. Empty doorways framed the space between us. My trembling breath broke, then hid. If we were lost or still here. Your silence pressed harder than any sharp word. We left each other by standing still. Thought love could live inside this pause.
you stay. I would have held you longer somehow. We left each other by standing still. Days blurred into one long gray hallway. Streetlights made on wet midnight roads. I walked alone, counting what I missed. Our joy replayed like someone else's life. I loved you, but not the silence. The truth cut softer, yet much deeper. Now the room is clean of your shadow. One candle shakes like my last excuse. I see our fear was its own leaving. We chose the slowest way to break. We left each other by standing still. No storm, just dust on your old chair. Moving on feels like walking through you. My fault echoes in every quiet corner. I waited, you didn't come back. We left each other by standing still. Step out, carrying the silence you left.
Night rain stains the thin white curtains. City light crawls across the floor. Quiet room holds our fading breath. Cold hands trace that framed photograph. We lived in this pause that never shifted. Every word a step we never took. Sometimes holding on is letting go. Fading light on your half of bed. Waited, you didn't come back. Photograph shaking in my tired hands. Sometimes holding on is letting go. Thunder once pinned us in this place. Your head rested soft against my shoulder. We thought time would carry us forward. Still we stayed inside that one night. Circle the same small herd each evening. Every sorrow left the same quiet mark. Sometimes holding on is letting go. Empty doorways watch me cross alone. Night rain knows every word we swallow. If I had spoken, would you have stayed? Sometimes holding on is letting go. Were we waiting for something? The air froze, my answer never formed. Silence grew thick, heavier than fight. Snow slammed doors, just your eyes turning away. Love can starve in a full room. I learned it as the echo thinned.
like a tomb. Your scent gone from the warm sheets. On return calls die inside my throat. My fault lives in each unmoving hour. Sometimes holding on is letting go. I clutch ghosts where your warmth once slept. Fading light writes dust across your chair. I would have held you longer, spoken sooner, but we drowned in a standstill we chose. Sometimes holding on is letting go. I breathe in the stillness and finally release you. City lights blur far below my feet. Cold hands hide deep in my coat. Night air wraps tight round my shoulders. Your name sits heavy in my chest. I called, you didn't come back to me. Empty doorways waited, only quiet answered. I loved you enough to stay still. Photographs shaking in my tired hands. Fading light on your side of bed. My trembling breath counts the missed words. I loved you enough to stay still. Your hand once slipped through mine warm. Night rain on glass, we watched apart. We stared at screens, not each other. Our soft smiles froze, never asking why. I reached once more, you stayed so distant. If I had spoken, would you have turned? I loved you enough to stay still. Streetlights flickered on our silent plans. Unreturned calls piled up like snow. Too late to move, too scared to leave. I loved you enough to stay still. Left without leaving a quiet ghost. Quiet rooms hold us like thin ice. I waited, you didn't come back. It's not love if nothing ever moves. Each still day was one more goodbye. My fault was thinking time would speak. On this roof edge, the truth settles. Standing still was how I let go. Our love died slow in gentle silence. I walk away, but drag our shadow. I loved you enough to stay still. Now stillness is all that answers back. Fading light writes our names in dust. My trembling breath learned your final absence. I would've held you longer, said more. I loved you enough to stay still. I stepped from the edge, alone with our silence.